The NFL's big week of suspensions rolled on yesterday with Steelers wide receiver JuJu Smith-Schuster getting suspended 1 game for his block on Vontaze Burfict. Now that means 1 fantasy superstar, Rob Gronkowski, and 1 fantasy relevant wide receiver, Smith-Schuster, both suspended over a 24-hour period. Both will be out of action in Week 14, the opening of the fantasy playoffs. Look, seeing those plays, I understand those punishments. However, George Iloka had his 1-game suspension for his helmet-to-helmet hit on Antonio Brown overturned. In our latest scoop here on the Fantasy Show, #journalism, we have exclusive footage of the NFL suspension process.
Wheel of Punishment!
Okay, up next, we've got a helmet-to-helmet hit on a defenseless player. Let's see what the Wheel of Punishment gives us. Will they have to dress like Cam Newton while playing, huh? Will they have to play a quarter with an eye patch? No, it is a 1-game suspension. Okay, let's move on to our next one. We have a player who wore non-league approved wristbands. Let's spin the wheel. Will they have to come on the Fantasy Show once a week? No. Will they have to be exiled? No, it is a lifetime ban.
Buzzing.
It's a good system. Wristband-related crime impacts us all. All right, so since the system handed a 1-game suspension out to JuJu Smith-Schuster, you might need a different plan for Week 14. First off, Ben Roethlisberger. I think he's more of a riskier play this week, right? Look, he's been terrific. 17 or more fantasy points, at least 2 touchdown passes in 4 straight, and he's at home. But now without his second leading receiver and facing a tough Ravens defense, even without Jimmy Smith, Baltimore, this is not an easy matchup. As a result, for me, Roethlisberger more of a high-end QB2 this week than the no-brainer start he's been lately. If you're looking for a JuJu replacement on the Steelers roster, the obvious pick is Martavis Bryant. Available in more than 50% of leagues, he's been more involved in the offense recently. 21 targets over the last 4 weeks. And hey, he did get 14 fantasy points in Week 12 when Smith-Schuster was out with that hamstring injury. But again, this is a tough matchup with Baltimore. And Bryant has been, to be kind, inconsistent this year, right? For me, he's merely a touchdown-dependent wide receiver 3 this week. I believe there are possibly better options to be had on the waiver wire. So, here are some potential JuJu replacement options available in more than 50% of ESPN leagues. Kenny Stills. You know he has more points this year than Mike Evans? And obviously last week showed he's not Matt Moore dependent. Dolphins going to have to throw to keep up with the Patriots. Jermaine Kearse has been a top 7 wide receiver each of the last 2 weeks. That Denver defense showing some cracks recently. And Mike Wallace, again in this matchup with the Steelers. You know, Mike Wallace, facing his former team, he has gotten at least 9 points in 4 straight. Flacco looking for him again. Wallace seems to have some motivation going against his former team in Pittsburgh.